and our cruise begins. Turkey, Greece, Montenegro, Croatia, and Italy. On our way to the ship. Look familiar? Could be LA. Fun facts about the Viking sky. 9 decks, 930 guest capacity, self-serve laundromats available, .465 crew members, all guest cabins have balconies, and heated floors in the bathrooms. The ladies' public restroom had bird chirping music. I got pretty excited about jellyfish at one of the docks. Our cruise director also performed. She has an amazing voice. We had so many amazing experiences. In Istanbul, we got to meet up with a special friend of mine who had studied in Iowa, along with her sister, who prepared some very tasty morsels for us.
First of all, is the Turkey. It's almost 88 million people lived here. Is it? You can see the Turkey map, and almost 20% of the population lived Istanbul. To us, why? Around 8 years ago, there was one metro digging. They found some evidence to Istanbul back to almost 6,000 years old.
The Turkish bath was an adventure, to say the least, and it felt fabulous getting smothered in bubbles. We saw a smaller version of the Blue Mosque called Yemi Kami. The detail is incredible. And the spice market? The flavors, the smells, the energy, a must-do.
Okay, all these are Turkish delights. These Turkish delights made by fruit juice, okay, and rich nuts. No gelatin, no gluten, no glucose. It's important.
How are you today?
I am very good today. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm looking for you and I'm perfect. Just a minute.
Wonderful.
Yes, please. Hi, America. How are you today?
Then there's the food. Included in the cruise for the evening meal is the restaurant, Manfredi's, and the chef's table. Both Manfredi's and the chef's table required reservations. All 3 options have a dress code. The chef's table offered a set 5-course menu with wine pairing, a nice array of flavors, all beautifully presented. A new menu came out every 3 days. Both the restaurant and Manfredi's had delicious menu options, always starting with a nice basket of breads. And be sure to save room for those desserts. They are as tasty as they look. The restaurant offered full-service breakfast, but the hours typically conflicted with excursions. Full-service lunch was not available while in port, which was pretty much every day. The World Cafe Buffet was available for all meals as well as room service. Cheers to great food shared with delightful new friends. Our cruise included stops at 4 famous ruins, 2 in Turkey and 2 in Greece. Ancient Troy, from the early Bronze Age of about 3000 BC to the Byzantine era of about 500 AD, was the powerhouse of Asia Minor. Famous names: Alexander the Great, Emperor Augustus, and how about the amazing Trojan horse famous from the Iliad? Ancient Ephesus from 6000 BC, abandoned in the late 1400s. The Temple of Artemis, the facade of the Library of Celsus, and the Great Theater holding 25,000 spectators makes this one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Famous names: Alexander the Great, Emperor Augustus, Mark Antony and Cleopatra, Constantine the Great. Also important in Christianity, as it is believed the Gospel of John was written here. Paul's epistles included Ephesus and is one of the 7 churches referred to in the book of Revelations. Furthermore, there were several 5th century Christian councils held in Ephesus. The Acropolis, home to the Parthenon, temples to Athena and Zeus, is the pinnacle of ancient Greece in Athens, and is referred to as the birthplace of democracy. Famous names: Plato, Aristotle, Hippocrates, and the Ottoman Empire. Ancient Olympia, the birthplace of the Olympics. In 776 BC, the Olympic Park was established to compete for the favor of the gods. Interesting fact, all competitors were male, they were all naked, and their bodies were rubbed down with olive oil. No women were allowed, even as spectators. History does tell of a select few exceptions. The stadium had a capacity of 45,000 spectators. The last Olympiad was held 393 AD. Current-day Olympics continue to light the torch here and transport the lit torch to wherever the current Olympics are being held. Zeus in perspective. Look at the man in red. This was just cool.